So, you want to become a professional Java developer, right? Well, you've come to the right place. Today, we are going to break down the complete step-by-step roadmap for 2026 that'll take you from a total beginner to an expert that companies are fighting to hire. Okay, let's dive right in.
First things first, let's just get this out of the way. With all the new flashy languages popping up, you might be wondering, why is Java still such a powerhouse? Well, the answer really comes down to a couple of key numbers that show just how vital this language is. Let's start with the big one, $100,000. That's the average global salary for a skilled Java developer. Look, this isn't just a job we're talking about. It's a seriously high-value career. And that value is all driven by massive, and I mean massive, consistent demand. And here's why that demand is so huge. Around 35%, that's more than a third of the entire professional developer community uses Java. That is a colossal slice of the pie. It means there's this endless ocean of opportunities and a huge number of jobs that just have to be filled by pros who really know their stuff. So here's our game plan for today. We'll start by looking at the Java opportunity itself. Then we'll cover the universal foundations that every single developer needs. After that, we'll dive into mastering core Java, get you the Problem Solvers Toolkit, build some real-world apps, and finally, get them deployed to the cloud. All right, let's kick things off with why this opportunity is so big in the first place. See, Java isn't just for some small side project. It is the engine that runs behind the scenes at some of the world's most powerful companies. I mean, just think about the apps and services you used every single day. Google, Netflix, Amazon, Spotify. These giants didn't pick Java by accident. They bet their businesses on it because it's incredibly scalable, super secure, and it runs anywhere. It's a mature, stable language that can handle mission-critical systems, which makes it the absolute bedrock of the enterprise world. Okay, now we get to the fun part. This is where your real hands-on journey begins. But listen up. Before you write a single line of Java code, there are two foundational skills that are completely 100% non-negotiable. Every pro software engineer relies on these, no matter what language they use. And this slide just nails why the first one is so critical. Trying to build a project without a safety net, that's what coding without Git feels like. Just total chaos. Git is the industry standard for what's called version control. It lets you save snapshots of your code, lets you experiment without fear of breaking everything, and makes working with a team seamless. Seriously, no company will even look at a developer who can't use Git, period. So, at the end of the day, your entire foundation rests on these two pillars. You've got Git for managing your code like a pro, and then you've got SQL. SQL is the universal language of databases. Think about it. Pretty much every single application you'll ever build needs to store and get data, whether it's user profiles or product info. Mastering SQL early on is an absolute must. All right, with those foundations locked in, we are ready for the main event, mastering the Java language itself. This is the part where you stop just knowing about programming and you start actually thinking like a programmer.
We can break your core Java journey down into 4 really clear steps. First, you just learn the basic syntax, variables, loops, the simple stuff. Then, the big one, you master object-oriented programming, which is really the whole philosophy behind Java. Next, you explore essential libraries like the collections framework for handling data. And finally, you have to embrace the modern features from Java 8 and beyond, like Lambdas and streams. These are powerful tools that let you write way cleaner, more efficient code, and they are totally expected in the industry today.
And I really want to pause on this for a second. Understanding OOP, concepts like classes, objects, and all that, it's not just about memorizing definitions for a test. It's about learning a whole new way to structure your code so it's clean, reusable, and easy to maintain. This is truly the heart and soul of writing good Java. All right, so you've mastered the language. Now it's time to level up. This next part, this is what separates a decent coder from a top-tier, high-earning engineer that companies are dying to hire. This is the key that unlocks those tough technical interviews. So what is it? What's the secret sauce? Well, it's the ability to write code that doesn't just work, but code that's efficient, scalable, and really optimized. The answer, my friends, is mastering data structures and algorithms. You'll hear it called DSA. Now, DSA can sound really abstract and academic, but it's not. It's all about using the right tool for the job. And you can see it right here. An array, perfect for a simple contact list. A linked list, that's what powers the back button in your web browser.
A tree? That's exactly how your computer organizes its files and folders. Understanding this stuff helps you write way smarter, faster code.
Okay, now it's time to shift gears from theory to practice. You know the language, you know how to solve problems like a pro. Now it's time to build the kind of big, powerful applications that companies actually pay you the big bucks to create. And this right here is your modern Java toolkit. The star of the show is Spring Boot. It is the dominant framework because it makes building production-ready applications incredibly fast. You'll also use tools like Spring Data JPA and Hibernate to talk to your database, build what are called RESTful APIs so your app can communicate with other services online, and then manage all your code with a build tool like Maven or Gradle.
Okay, so you've built this amazing application on your laptop. That's awesome. But how do you get it out there, into the hands of potentially millions of users all over the world? This is the final and maybe the most crucial technical step: deployment.
The modern way to deploy is basically a three-step dance. First, you use a tool called Docker to containerize your app. Think of it like putting your application and everything it needs into a standardized little box so it runs the same way no matter where you put it. Second, you use something like Kubernetes to manage and scale thousands of those boxes automatically. And third, you host the whole shebang on a major cloud platform like AWS, Azure, or GCP. These skills are absolutely essential for a modern developer.
So let's just quickly recap the entire technical journey. You start with the universal foundations of Git and SQL. Then you hit core Java mastery. You sharpen your mind with DSA problem solving. You learn to build real-world applications with Spring Boot. And finally, you master cloud deployment.
But look, just having the technical skills isn't quite enough. The final, most important step is to actually apply them. You've got to build your own projects to show what you can do, try to get internships to get that real-world experience, and you have to maintain a portfolio online so you can actually prove to employers what you're capable of. And that's it. That is the complete roadmap to becoming a professional Java developer in 2026. The path is laid out for you, the steps are crystal clear, and the opportunity is absolutely massive. So the only real question left is, when are you going to start your journey?